It's nice to know, actually.
I wish.
Um, so how many years have you used tobacco regularly?
Um, 22?
Okay. I could tell it took you a little while to think about that.
Well, I quit when I was pregnant, so I was trying to think about my age, how old, and when I started, I had to calculate it.
It's hard to do that mental arithmetic, isn't it? Yeah,
Hmm.
great.
Yeah.
How many cigarettes a day do you smoke per day on the days that you smoke?
Kind
So,
of ranges about 10 to 15, I guess. It used to
okay.
be 20, but I've cut back a little.
Okay. So you've already cut back on how many cigarettes you've smoked.
Hmm.
Okay, great. What other types of tobacco do you use, if any?
Just
E
cigarettes.
Okay, just cigarettes, no other kind of cigarettes or e-cigarettes or vaping.
No,
Okay. How many days per week do you use tobacco?
every day.
Okay, okay. And how soon do you wake after you start smoking? Sorry, how
Usually
soon?
I was gonna say right away. I mean, that first cigarette is like my favorite, so I'm smoking
Okay,
it
would you
pretty
say
quickly.
5 minutes, 30
Oh yeah,
minutes,
oh yeah,
like within 5 minutes?
yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. And how soon after oh, sorry, do you live with another tobacco user?
Not anymore.
Okay. And
I'm divorced.
okay, okay. Yeah, and we don't collect that. It
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
really matter. Just whether you live with another tobacco user is the important
Oh
thing.
no, no,
Okay, great. Do you allow smoking inside your home?
no, not in the home, not in the car.
Okay, great. So no indoor places.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Have you ever tried to quit using tobacco?
I did. I quit smoking with both my pregnancies.
Okay, great. Okay. And how many times have you tried to quit using tobacco or smoking in the past year?
I don't think I have.
Okay, okay. Which of the following have you used to try to quit smoking or using tobacco? And this could be at any time, in your life. So let's check all that apply. So there's bupropion, which is also Wellbutrin or Zyban. Um,
Mm-mm.
have you used that?
No,
Okay. Varenicline,
mm,
that's
no.
Chantix. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
no,
Okay. You're not sure or
no. I've used the patch. My doctor gave
okay.
me that
Okay.
one time, not when I was pregnant, but it was a different time when I was trying to quit a couple of years ago.
Okay. So you've tried to quit a number of times.
Yeah, I get well, I don't know if that was a serious quit attempt, but he did give me the patches. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And you also mentioned that you stopped smoking during your pregnancies.
I did, but I didn't use anything. I just quit cold
Uh-huh.
turkey.
Uh-huh. Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
You must have been determined to quit
A
children, huh?
little guilty. I felt a little guilty, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Guilty, but but also loving and wanting to make sure your children are safe.
I did. Isn't that funny? Where, you don't really do much for yourself, but when it comes to the kids, you
Uh-huh.
know,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
especially with that first pregnancy, I wanted to do everything right. So it kind of felt like the only way to do things right was to eat better, quit smoking.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah. And you did yourself a world of good while that happened too.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent. Okay. So nicotine lozenge. Have you ever tried that?
I've never heard of that.
Okay. It's a little pill like a Tic Tac, or sometimes they look big like I don't know what that big one would be like, a little bit bigger. We can talk about it more later.
Okay.
Nicotine inhaler.
Is that like vaping?
A little bit, but it's sort of an FDA approved medication. It sounds like you've never used that one.
I've just used the patch.
Okay. I'm just going to go through them. Sometimes people forget, and we're almost done anyway. But that's cool. That's another great thing that I can tell you about. Nicotine nasal spray.
No,
Yeah, that's an interesting one. We can
that
talk
sounds gross.
fun. Some people really find it helpful. Quitline. Have you ever used the Quitline?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. How about group or individual counseling or coaching for quitting tobacco?
Not for tobacco. No,
Okay. So you've used it for some other things.
I did.
Okay, excellent. Would you mind telling me what you used your that coaching or counseling for?
Oh, I joined a bereavement group after my mom died. It was I think it was through the hospital
Uh-huh.
or through the community hospital, and
Uh-huh.
I did that for maybe 4 months.
Hmm. So it sounds like you're a person that likes to reach out and get support when you're going through difficult times.
It was really helpful, honestly. I
Okay.
Everybody was going through the same thing, so it
Okay.
helped a lot.
Okay. That's great. A lot of people don't do that, so that's really something that you saw your way through to doing that.
Yeah.
Um, and how important is stopping? Oh, wait a minute. I missed texting. Have you ever done text messaging for quitting?
No.
Okay, that exists. It's a thing. How about a website or app?
I mean, I've looked up stuff, yeah, on the internet.
Okay. And what else did you do to help yourself to quit smoking?
I don't know, just used willpower, I guess.
Okay. So willpower and the patch, sounds like.
Mhm.
That's what you did. Okay, great.
Well, I didn't use the patch very long, but
Okay. But you did try it.
I tried it for maybe a day or two. I didn't really get past the first box.
Okay, okay. Well, let's talk about that a little bit more later, okay?
Okay.
I've got a bookmark on that, a pin on that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, how important is stopping smoking to you um, on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being not at all important and 10 being extremely important?
I mean, it's super important. I know I should do it.
Hmm.
Probably like an 8.
Okay, an 8. So, what made you an 8 and not like a 0 or a 3? What made it so high?
I mean, I know that I shouldn't be smoking. It's not the healthiest choice in the world. I'm getting older, so with all the aches and pains, I also notice like the cough, morning cough that I never really had before. So, um, yeah, it worries me sometimes.
What worries you about it?
I guess just what am I doing to my body? I felt mostly healthy my whole life, but then I know things change pretty quickly. And um, my mom, I told you that I'd lost her, and she died of lung cancer. It just after she got diagnosed, it happened so quickly that she was gone within just a couple of months.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
it's clear that your children are very important to you, and you lost your mom from tobacco.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I wouldn't want them to go through that. that would that would just I can't imagine them going through what I went through.
that's pretty deep.
Yeah, it's tragic. It's not something anybody should go through. So to think that I could make a decision or not make a decision, I guess in this case that would cause them that kind of pain, it haunts me sometimes.
So it's really important for you to be around to take care of your family and your children.
Yeah, I'm kind of all they have right now. Their dad's he travels away and we're not together anyway, but it's I'm and I do everything for them, so I can't even imagine that.
It's something you can do for your mom because you know how much she loved you.
Yeah, she would kick my butt right now. She knew that I went back to smoking. She'd
Yeah,
be really mad at me.
yeah. Okay. So what made you an so you were an 8. What kept you from being a 10?
I guess fear, just what happens if it doesn't work out and I go back, what does that mean about me or
It's scary to try something and not be able to do it,
yeah. Yeah,
especially a really big thing.
yeah, I mean, it seemed so easy when I was pregnant and then the last time I tried was a couple years ago and it wasn't easy. It
Uh-huh,
wasn't even the same.
uh-huh, uh-huh. Um, so how was it different?
I don't know. I couldn't I just couldn't push through the first couple of days. before I laid him down, I was done. I was done for, 8 months, 8.5. Well, the second time I was done even longer. I stayed quit for after a while I was nursing too, but this time I couldn't even make it through maybe 2 days.
So when you quit while you're pregnant, it seemed really easy. And then when you tried to quit, kind of without that huge motivation or whatever it was, it seemed a lot tougher.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll get into that a little bit more, but I really, this was really hard to talk about both of these issues, and I really appreciate you sharing that with me. So on a scale of, we're gonna go do something very similar, but shift gears a little bit and think about confidence in quitting. So on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being not at all confident and 10 being very confident, how confident are you that you could quit in the next month?
Next month.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. I have
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
um, maybe a 2, I guess.
Okay. So what makes you a 2 and not a 0? What gives you that level of confidence?
I mean, I guess because I've done it before and I know I have reasons to do it. I know there's really good reasons to do it.
Okay, so you've got some great experience there where you've been able to stop for a long time.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. What else?
I don't know. Just wanting to do it, I guess.
Okay. So the importance is so high for you. You're so motivated that that's going to help you get through this.
I'd like to believe that.
Okay. Okay. So what made you a what kept you from being a 5 in terms of confidence?
I guess it's just the timing. You asked me in the next month, and I guess I don't feel like I'm ready. Like I don't feel like I've prepared. I felt like the times when I've been successful, I took a lot of time to really well, I guess not a lot of time, but I took a few weeks anyway to really prepare myself and
Hmm. Hmm.
had made the decision and all of that. And I had a lot of support back then
Hmm.
that I don't exactly have now. I don't have my mom. I don't have a husband. I mean, I got my kids, but it's not exactly the same.
Yeah. So it seems like you might not have the support in place that you had in the past.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that it also you've got some things maybe you want to get in place before you start trying to quit.
I would probably need to. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. And you could sort of came in here talking to this tobacco treatment lady, and then she's asking you about quitting in the next month. That must have been a little scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what? No.
It kind of forces people to sit on a dime and think really about it. But I'm not going to make you try to quit in a month. You're in the driver's seat here. And I can tell you that I'm sure you're going to be able to quit. It may take a few times, but I want you to know we've got all those medications and lots of different strategies that we've got in our back pockets that we can pull out. So I'm confident that you're going to be able to do it.
I hope so.
And I look forward to helping you.
Thank you.
Okay, so just to summarize what we just talked about, it seemed like it's really important for you to quit because your mom died from a tobacco-related illness, and it was a terrible way to go, and you don't want to keep using tobacco. You know that stopping it would probably help you avoid that, and you also know that your mom would be kicking you in the butt if she knew you were still smoking. And also, being a mom is super important to you. And so you want to be around for your children. And some barriers that you mentioned were you don't have people as much support now as you've had in the past. So you feel like that will make it difficult for you. Also, the times where you tried to quit when you weren't pregnant, it was harder. And so, what gives you confidence in being able to quit is that you were able to stop during both your pregnancies the whole time, as soon as you knew you were pregnant, it sounds like. You also really, really want to do it. Your willpower is really strong right now. Um, and so I guess, I don't know, did I miss anything?
No, you summed it up.
Okay. Would you like to add anything?
No.
Okay. Okay. Um, I'm now going to switch back. That was a lot of in-depth conversation, but I feel like it gave me a lot of insight into sort of where you are right now, and we'll do more of that. But I'm just going to wrap up with a few more closed-ended questions, if that's okay, about your health.
Okay.
Okay. So in general, would you say your health is excellent, very good, good, fair, or poor?
It's good.
Okay. And would you say your mental health is excellent, very good, good, fair, or poor?
Depends who you ask.
Right.
My ex would probably not say very good, but I think it's very good.
Okay, okay, great. Over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by the following problems? Little interest or pleasure in doing things? Not at all, some days, more than half days, or nearly every day.
Not at all.
Okay. Feeling down or depressed or hopeless? Not at all, some days, more
Not
than,
at all.
okay. Feeling nervous, anxious, or on edge? Not at all, some days, more than half a days, nearly every day.
Maybe more than half.
Okay. And not being able to stop or control worrying? Not at all, some days, more
A
than half
couple,
a day,
maybe a couple days.
a couple of days. Okay. How often have you had 6 or more drinks on a single occasion in the last year?
Oh, I don't drink.
You don't drink. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So never.
None. Mm-mm.
How many times in the past year have you used an illegal drug or used a prescription medication for non-medical reasons?
I don't.
Okay. And are there any issues or concerns you'd like to make sure we address today?
I might be interested in hearing more about some of those things you were talking about. Not the patch, but some of the others.
Some of the other medications.
Hmm.
Okay, great. All right. All right. So we're going to leave it at there. That was sort of our intake session. And then I'm going to get back with you and we'll go ahead and schedule another session. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry. Okay.